Ladies and gentlemen, live from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday or Saturday, and you know what that means. It's time for AEW Dynamite or Collision Event Center. And now here's the man that will bring you the happenings of AEW All Elite Wrestling action, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much once again, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans, 1977, episode number 2431 of the show. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Had a wonderful day. Yeah, it's night time for me. Well, before I go get to bed and get to stepping, for tomorrow is the final work day for me for the work week. On the week. And it's the first day of August, but this is the final day of July 2025. And like I said, if you want to check out what my thoughts on the month itself, go check out my Shenanigans Statements of the Statesman, and that my 25th edition. And as we are heading into a new month, the final full month of the summer season, as you know, September is half and half. The first half is still summer, but the second half will be fall. And before you know it, we'll be trading in our t-shirt, tank tops, and shorts for the guys, bikinis, and whatever the heck the girls are wearing nowadays. Don't even want to know. God knows what. But better yet, let's go in general. Trade in our summer gear for fall gear. Our fall gear, because it's just t-shirts and jeans. Sometimes it'll still get warmer. We have Indian summer and all that. We'll have hoodies, coats, and boots, and sneakers and jeans, man. So that's all there is to it. But however, I am like I said, summer is still here though. We got the Portuguese Feast coming up this week. I am really excited about it. I'm going Saturday and Sunday, and hopefully I can run some old friends there if I can. If I'm unsuccessful in my mission, I'll probably go straight home. Oh, in this case, for SummerSlam, I'll stop by somewhere and get a pizza or something, because I'm not going to buy anything at the feast. I'm just going to go there, walk around, chill out, observe. Observations are pretty cool. You know what I mean? So it's that's something to look up to. You know what I mean? It's just totally awesome. But anyways, might I digress. So we're going to have a little bit of fun and everything else in between. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We'll see how things go, over the weekend. And, we will just, going to have some fun. That's the main factor of the weekend, is have some fun and all that good stuff. So we will be talking about AEW Collision. Now, why is it happening on why is AEW Collision happening on a Friday? We'll find out for sure. And so we're going to find that out. Let's so give me a second here, folks. Give me a second here, because I want to make sure that I get this right. Of why Collision, okay, all right, let's let's see. Okay, and we're gonna go. All right. There's got to be a reason why Oh, holy crap! Pressure Luck's going to be on at 10 o'clock. Maybe I should tune into that. Maybe they're replaying that episode. I'm not so sure, but I'll probably watch it. Rumor has it is Pamela and Liam Neeson together. I don't know. All right, now let's go. Oh yeah, that's right. They're doing the movie Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, folks. So anyways, Death Riders are starting to become the biggest crybaby stable in professional wrestling. And every time they lose a match, they go out and attack people. I was like, what the heck, man? What are you trying to prove? I mean, John Moxley is completely psycho. I'm surprised Renee Paquette doesn't break up with the guy, for goodness sakes. I know he's a dad. He should be a dad. He should learn how to settle down. Moxley, you're a dad. You're a husband. You gotta settle this crap down. Crazy guy, man. Because he loses a chance to retain the title against Hangman and Page. Where do they go? Oh, they beat up on security. They start taking their anger out on security. What the heck? And then they start calling out Darby Allin. Darby Allin's responding to Moxley, but and then he ends up walking away from the whole situation. So the final quarterfinal match for the tag team eliminated quarterfinal as Brodito, that's Brody King and Bandito, going up against the Gates of Agony. You would think that the Gates of Agony would have an advantage, but Ricochet wasn't in their corner. But in the end, Brodito ended up winning the matchup. And then Lexi Nair interviewed Don Callis and Lance Archer about Kyle Fletcher's shot at the title. And then Shane Taylor interrupted Don Callis and started confronting him. And then him and Lance Archer were going nose to nose. I figured, hey, this is a matchup I would love to sign off on. Appa, let's go. But then Lexi Nair interviewed Paragon, and I think Roderick Strong was trying to, listen, you're going in different directions. You want to go to conglomeration or with me? Let's go that. And then was it the conglomeration team of Tomohiro Ishii, Hologram and Willow Nightingale were there, and then encouraged Willow Nightingale that she's going to beat up Tekla, and said, yeah, we'll go. And if you go, you got this. And then they left one way. Roderick Strong went the other way, and he was going spinning around in circles. Then Chris Statlander, actually, before the Death Riders decided to look all over the Chicago ballroom for Darby Allin. Chris Statlander went one-on-one with Lena Cross, and Statlander ended up winning the match. And then she was celebrating her victory. Will Nightingale comes out and points at Chris Statlander. I don't know if they're still friends or what. She went one-on-one with Tekla, and there was a heck of a matchup until the Triangle of Madness, Julia Hart and Sky Blue got involved, and in the end, Tekla ended up winning the matchup. Meanwhile, then after the matchup, they were not satisfied, so they were attacking Will Nightingale, and Megan Bain and Penelope Ford came out and attacked her, but then Queen Amanada, Ty Mello, and Anna Jay came out with weapons. I think Harley Cameron should have joined up among them. I don't know what happened to Harley Cameron, but I think Harley Cameron should have joined up among them. At least you have 5-on-4. Like 5-on-1, and then but as a 5-on-5, Harley Cameron should have been out there. I don't know. I'm surprised that she wasn't. I know she had to protect her face and all that to sell the storyline. Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, but then the rest of the conglomeration come out to console Nightingale. Meanwhile, Lexi Nair interviewed Billy Gunn, and Anthony Bowens confronts him and says, hey, whose side are you taking on? Because he saw how Billy Gunn felt bad for Max Caster. And so Billy Gunn goes, I'll let you know. And he goes, yeah, figure everything out. Figure it out, he says. And Swerve Strickland addresses Kazuchika Okada and the Young Bucks and made a challenge to Okada. And Okada and Don Callis addresses Swerve, saying, hey, we accept the challenge of a Forbidden Door. The unified title will be on the line as Okada will defend it against Swerve Strickland. Daniel Garcia joined on commentary for this next match at the Bang Bang Gang versus FTR. And FTR ends up winning the match. And so it'll be FTR. All right. So the final four, Young Bucks versus Brodito on one side, FTR and let's see. Oh no, FTR won the match, didn't they? Yeah, Bang Bang Gang. FTR defeated the Bang Bang Gang. I'm trying to find out which match did I miss out on. Let's see. Oh yeah, FTR beat Jet Speed, and they defeated. Oh no, FTR. Oh, that's right. FTR has made it to the tournament finals. So that means the winner of the Young Bucks Brodito matchup will face FTR in the tournament finals, possibly at Forbidden Door. Could we run it back with FTR and Young Bucks? I hope so. I want to see FTR. I always see both teams get the crap beaten out of each other. And if they can't decide on a victor, they can challenge both the Hurt Syndicate, and the Hurt Syndicate probably has no problem taking both teams out, in my personal opinion. And I forgot. So, anyways, and Max Caster addresses the Chicago crowd and kind of rips up, Anthony Bowens. But then they had another 5-minute match, Max Caster versus Roosh. Roosh ended up lasting the full 5 minutes. And then they decided to attack Max Caster after the matchup. But then AR Fox and Jet Speed fight with Los Facción Ingobernables. So there's that. But then a trios match of Shane Taylor Promotions. That's Shane Taylor and the Infantry, accompanied by Lee Moriarty and Trish Adora, as they face the team of Skyflight. That is Scorpio Sky, Top Flight, with Christopher Daniels and the lovely Layla Gray, who happens to be a singer, by the way. Now her debut album is coming out, and will be at ringside. And in the end, Skyflight ends up winning the matchup. Then finally, Darby Allin jumps Moxley, but then security separated the two of them. And then the TNT title on the line in a Chicago street fight. Dustin Rhodes defends against Kyle Fletcher. Don Callis was on commentary for that matchup, and that matchup was going crazy to the point where there was one point where Dustin Rhodes grabs a bag of thumbtacks and pours it down the pants, pours it on the trunks of Kyle Fletcher and kicks him in the nuts with him. Ouch! Ouch! And all I can say is, Sky Blue, you get your work cut out for you, girl, if sex is on the menu for tonight, for you two. But anyways, because poor Kyle Fletcher's going to need a lot of TLC, if you know what I mean. But in the end, though, we have a new TNT champion. Kyle Fletcher ends up winning the match and winning the TNT title. And so things are looking up the Don Callis family's way so far. You got Okada, an honorary member, I should say, of the Callis family. He's now the unified champion. Meanwhile, Kyle Fletcher is now the new TNT champion. And ice yourself there, Proto Star. Dustin Rhodes, thank you so much for your contribution for this great sport. So, thank you, Dustin Rhodes. And, hey, Kyle Fletcher stepped up and ended up winning the title. Got to give him that. So that is all the time that we have on this episode 2431. Thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to upload these videos, get some sleep, and then go for it tomorrow. So I'll see you then. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and Door for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.